Now, in the West, there's a conception, or at least a belief, that Chinese businesses or companies are copycats and copy Western products and ideas a lot. And that's probably also sometimes true. But I think it's important to understand why. And in this context, it's important to understand that China as a commercial and market economic driven society is very new. For instance, the patent laws in Western countries have been hundreds of years of history. The US had its first patent law made in 1790 and Denmark in 1890. That's several hundred years ago. In China, the first patent law was made right before I arrived, just 30-something years ago in 1985. And of course, it takes time to implement. But China has come a long way in this regard. When I started selling Danish furniture in the Chinese market, in fact, we had a lot of issues with copyrights. There were lots of copycats, Chinese companies copying our furniture. It was difficult in the beginning, but we found our ways. First, we went looking for the IP office. At the time, there wasn't any real IP authority in Shanghai, but we found a small office on Hunan Lu at the 6th floor at the end with a couple of guys that were sitting and reading newspapers. That was the IP office in Shanghai at the time. Then we tried to talk to the local government of our district, and they helped us find the Industry and Commerce Bureau. And those people, together with us, went out and we did a raid of 18 furniture companies in one go. And each of these companies, we discussed and negotiated a way for them to stop copying our furniture and explain them why they were not supposed to copy our furniture. A very interesting experience for us, but also for the local government at the time. And all of this is part of becoming a more mature society with a better law system and better regulative structures and so on. Today, China's IP protection laws are very well developed. It's come a long way. There's even separate IP courts which takes care of IP cases. And it's very well set up. But there's also places where the implementation could be done better. For instance, there's a big backlog on IP cases in the court system. But the overall development has been done really well and effective. In fact, in terms of global patents, for instance, in 2021, the global patent registrations were 3.4 million. Half of those were Chinese. So China is today by far the biggest country applying for patents. The same thing with trademarks. In 2021, 13.9 million trademarks were applied for, and out of those, 9.5 were from China. So this has really developed very well over the past 30 years. It has come from zero to being the biggest IP application country in the world. Quite unbelievable.